All right, joining us now from London is Temitope Olodo, who is the president of the Africa Security Forum and a preventive terrorism consultant. Temitope, good to have you on the show. We're getting a little bit more information coming out of the country in the last couple hours. Yes, there is a lot of anger. Yes, the protesters are asking for better welfare and for better conditions. But at the heart of this matter, especially when you look at the detainment of President Kabore, from these mutinous soldiers, is their dissatisfaction from the government's ability to fight off this insurgency, right?
Yes, you are absolutely correct. And I think it is a worrying trend that is sweeping across the Sahel, because we've seen a similar situation also in Mali. We should remind our viewers that over 2,000, Burkina Faso citizens have lost their life, and more than 1.5 million have been displaced by the sweep of ISIS in this country. And these mutiny soldiers have called for a six-point agenda, asking for welfare for their soldiers, more specialist team put in place, and criticizing the government in particular from arming civilians instead of using the military that are better trained to actually take over and deal with this security threat that is affecting the nation. So the country has put themselves, the government have put themselves in this situation, unfortunately.
We'll get to Mali in just a bit, but let me try to put this into perspective. We've seen terror groups in the past, mainly in Syria, in Iraq, use the area's natural resources to fund their operations. How serious is the militant insurgency in the country? Because it seems that we've seen groups linked to Al-Qaeda and Daesh sort of take over gold mines to actually to pursue a similar policy. I mean, virtually the government is non-existent there.
Definitely, and this is not just a story alone in the country that we're talking about now. It's a déjà vu that is happening across Africa, from Nigeria, to other countries like Mali, like you rightly said. When you have gold mine or when you have ungoverned spaces, this element step into those particular areas and continue to create havoc. And if government do not have a preventive measure and use the military and other strong institutions within their country to deal with this issue with a teeming army of unemployed youth, it's like a devil's workshop that is just ready to explode. Unfortunately, we are seeing a situation now with the reported situation of the mutiny and the six-point agenda demand from the military, showing dissatisfaction of these military guys who are saying, you've not dealt with us properly, you've not actually taken care of our welfare, and you've allowed your arming civilians to actually go after this terrorist group, and we're not happy with what is happening on ground.
Temitope, we've seen a number of coups throughout Africa sort of return to the stage. You mentioned Mali, but also in Guinea, in Chad. Perhaps maybe Sudan is a little bit different, but is there a sort of a common denominator here?
There is a common denominator, is the broken civilian administration, the fact that they are not listening to their citizens, the fact that, and from the video that you played earlier, the documentary you played earlier, one of the citizens, that's not a military individual, saying the government is not listening to us. Government need to listen more, otherwise they will provide an entry point for the military. In fact, as we speak, the citizens of Mali went to the ECOWAS headquarters in Nigeria to protest that, please do not put sanctions on our country because the military have come in to do the work. Where in a democratic society have we had civilians actually standing up for the military to take over? We do not want to return to the dark age in Africa where militaries are ruling, and our democratic institutions, the civilian institutions, which are the right institutions that we need in every democratic states in the country, in Africa, need to now listen to their citizens and make the necessary amendment to ensure satisfaction from the community.
All right, Temitope Olodo, thank you very much for joining us here on the News Hour. We do appreciate it.